Hello, and thank you for logging into the Keys Today show, the show all about real estate, brought to you by Black TV Online. I'm your host, Sarita Saunders Keys, and for those of you who may not know, I am a realtor with Remax American Dream, located in Lutherville, Maryland. If you are in the market to purchase or sell real estate, give me a call. It doesn't matter where in America your property is located, I can assist. You can reach me at 1-866-KEYS-2-DAY. Again, that's 1-866-KEYS-2-DAY. If you wish to buy or sell property in Maryland, I look forward to assisting you personally. On today's episode, we're going to discuss insurance. Our guest is Mr. Jamie Moore with New York Life. Thank you for joining us today, Jamie.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Jamie, can you tell our guests a little bit about your background and your affiliation with New York Life?
Sure. Well, I've been in financial services for almost 10 years now. Most of that time has been through banking and other financial institutions. Most recently, I was an assistant vice president for one of the largest regional banks in the area. And a few years after receiving my master's degree, I decided to go out on my own and with my own financial services company. Mainly doing that through New York Life, using their products and services to do insurance, investments, and retirement planning.
Great, great. So it sounds like you have lots of experience. I know many of our guests may be interested in finding out what types of homeowner insurance policies are available. Can you talk about some of the different ways to protect your real estate investment with insurance and why it's so important?
Well, there's two types of insurance really that one would want to consider when they're purchasing a home or when they're a homeowner. The first, which most people are already familiar with, would be just property insurance. And that is basically to just protect the asset itself, the home itself, and its contents. If it's damaged, is in a fire or a natural disaster, something along those lines, an insurance company can help with the repair or replacement of those type of assets. And the second type of insurance available that sometimes people forget is life insurance. Naturally, when someone purchases a home, they intend to live there and grow there with their families, and if something were to happen to one of them, a lot of times their family are forced to sell the house, and that may not be something that they really want to do. So life insurance can be a way to protect their family from having to leave the property in case of an unfortunate or untimely passing.
Okay. So I heard you mentioned homeowners insurance as well as life insurance. Let's touch a little bit on the homeowners insurance. So I think you said that the contents are covered. Recently, we've had a couple of pretty devastating natural disasters occur, and it prompted me to review my family's homeowners insurance policy. And should a homeowner regularly review their policy in order to keep the benefit aligned with the appropriate costs associated with rebuilding their home or repairing their home?
Absolutely, especially these times where the price of real estate is just escalating at a pace that it hasn't in the past. What a lot of folks are finding is they purchased home insurance when they first bought their home for the value of the home at that time. But now 10, 5, or even 5 years later, the house is dramatically increased in value, but the amount of coverage remained the same. So definitely it's important to look at those and review with your insurance company to maybe increase the amount of coverage you have, because to replace your home or to rebuild your home would cost a whole lot more now than it did when you originally bought the property. Additionally, with the contents of your home, naturally as we get older we tend to buy more and more things, and we don't always throw away things. So again, reviewing those policies and maybe increasing the amount of content insurance as well may make sense.
Right. Well, that brings me to flood insurance. A lot of flood victims are finding out after the fact that they did not have flood insurance in the Katrina incident. What does a homeowner need to consider where floods and flood insurance is concerned?
Well, flood insurance is tricky. It is definitely something that is not automatically a part of one's homeowner's policies. Flood insurance is something that usually has to be either requested by the purchaser, or it will be something that a bank would require you to purchase if it's known that your home is in what's called a flood zone. Now, to be in a flood zone, there would have had to have been a flood in the area within the last 100 years. So for a lot of folks, 100 years passing with no floods, that's pretty common. But with development the way it is and changing in the environment, it's possible that a flood could happen even though there's never been one in the area. So it's kind of hard to really judge, should I have flood insurance, should I not, based on anything in particular outside of if you have lakes, rivers, or streams near your home, if your home sits kind of in a valley as opposed to on higher ground, then you may want to look into the history to find out how common floods are in the area.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about deductibles. Explain the concept of deductibles with regard to premium or the amount of the policy the holder pays each month.
Well, put it simply, the deductible is nothing more than how much do I have to put in that the insurance company, before the insurance company will pay their share of any claims. So generally speaking, an insurance company will charge you more if there's a smaller deductible. So just meaning that if you had some type of incident where, let's say for example, a window was broken and you want the insurance company to pay for it, with a higher deductible or monthly premium being higher, you're just paying more each month, then you might have a lower deductible in terms of how much you have to come out of your pocket at that time before the insurance company would pay the rest of getting that window repaired. And vice versa, if you want to have a lower monthly payment to the insurance company, then in most cases your deductible is going to be a little higher in terms of how much you're going to have to come out of your pocket before they will pay the rest of the claim.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Jamie, thank you. That was a lot of useful information that I'm sure our guests can use. And Jamie, how would our viewers reach you if they want to contact you with any questions or if they would like to initiate a policy?
Well, you can reach me. I'm in the New York Life office in Towson, Maryland. My number is 410-938-8214. And remember, New York Life is a company that's available in all 50 states. So you can reach me to do business no matter where you are.
Great. Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here today on the Keys Today show. On our next episode, we'll be talking about life insurance, something most of us should have. In the meantime, make sure you check out the many other positive programs that are on blacktvonline.com. Happy house hunting.